So getting into our last segment today, we're going to be previewing the Dodgers and the Padres series. If this is your first time checking out our show, I'm Matt. Chase is next to me, and Isaac's below me. But I'll let you start it out, Isaac. What do you think about this series, and how do you think the Padres are going to fare?
Obviously, we're all very excited for this series. This is a potential NLDS or NLCS preview that we're watching. The most exciting aspect of it is we're all very excited not only to potentially get Tatis back, but to see Ryan Weathers pitch. He's going to be making his debut as a starter, and hopefully, I'm hoping he goes 4 or 5 innings and he holds it down. But it's kind of hard to predict how we're going to do in the series because we saw in the Pittsburgh series we struggled for a couple games. Then we saw in the last game we bounced back, and what a good time to bounce back. In the last game going into a big series. So hopefully we see more of that. Hopefully we see a lot of situational hitting. We're going to be at Petco in front of some home fans, and I definitely want to touch up on Blake Snell. Tough outing in Pittsburgh, but I definitely think he bounces back here. Great bounce back opportunity at home in front of the home fans. Hopefully he goes 5 or 6 innings against a team that we saw, he did great against in the World Series, and he got taken out prematurely. But this is definitely an opportunity for him to go 5, 6 innings and show us that he's the starter that we've been wanting.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm kind of looking forward to a Snell revenge game and, sort of Machado to face Bauer again because, Machado sort of dominates Bauer in almost every aspect. So looking forward to that. I do think we have the chance to win the series. It's a 3-game series, right? Or is it 4? So I think we have a chance to win it. I think it all depends on whether or not Weathers, can go his 45 innings because if he doesn't, it might hurt the bullpen unless we have, a guy that can kill 3 innings with minimal damage. So I think it depends on Weathers' performances on Friday because if not, we might have to utilize the bullpen a little bit differently and may not have the strongest guys out there, Saturday, Sunday for, the series finale.
Luckily, we have a guy that's established himself as that 3-inning set guy this last series, Craig Stammen. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Craig Stammen's ERA has fallen to a 2.7, so he has looked really good lately. So maybe we see him in that role. I don't even think winning Friday necessarily means that they win the series because I think a lot of it's going to depend on how Weathers looks. If he's able to, even if they lose the game and he's able to pitch, let's say 5, 6 innings, that can be the difference in winning one of those other 2 games or both of those other 2 games because the Dodgers lineup is really good. And yes, we have Yu Darvish and Blake Snell slated for those 2 games, but Snell's coming off of a rough outing, and it's not like the Dodgers lineup can't hit against ace pitchers. It's similar to our lineup, how it doesn't matter who's out there. Like, you can always have a great game. We've seen Kershaw have a couple innings where he looks rough against the Padres. Well, that's going to be the same through Darvish and Snell and all those guys. Now, luckily, Snell, last time he played the Dodgers, he looked amazing against them. So let's hope that we see that again. I think that is a massive bounce back performance. And if it is a Bauer Snell matchup on Sunday, which I believe it's going to be, that's the best game of the series, right? It's got to be, right? The 2 new additions that are like they're like the arms race pitchers where it's, hey, we're going to get this guy. He's going to be super important. Oh, you know what? We're going to get Bauer since you guys got Snell and Darvish. So I'm super excited for it. I think it's the most exciting thing. We haven't really even touched on that much is Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to be back. That's massive. That is big. I think that's probably the best part of this series besides the matchups on the mound on Saturday and Sunday. Yu Darvish versus Kershaw. Love to see that. And then Snell versus Bauer. That's also great. But let's hope that Tatis kind of gets going because, yes, he had the injury stuff, but also before that, he was struggling. And so hopefully he comes out swinging. Hopefully we see an early home run or, an early double or something where it's like, all right, Tatis is back. He's good to go. Let's roll. And that's how I hope Friday starts. Also, if you guys remember, I think most Padre fans do, but Ryan Weathers, his first outing was against the Dodgers, and he came in there and he looked fantastic. So him coming out there having another good matchup against them, that would be huge. But what else are you guys kind of looking for? And am I right about Tatis being kind of the best part of this series that we're getting him back?
Yeah, absolutely, man. We need another spark. It can't just be like relying on Grisham one game or another guy one game. Tatis sort of brings the whole team together, revitalizes them, energizes them. So they play much better when Tatis is in the lineup, and the record shows like when Tatis is out of the lineup, they do struggle a lot, or I wouldn't say a lot, but way more than they used to. So yeah, having Tatis back is going to be massive for the Padres. And the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is the Bauer Machado matchup, because Bauer even admitted it himself. One guy that owns me is Manny Machado, and if he can be a difference maker in these Padres Dodgers series, it could carry playoffs, and that would be massive for the Padres. Even though it's only one game, that one game can be all the world to the Padres in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the thing that I'm most excited about, and I think we're all most excited about, is these pitching matchups, like Matt brought up. We got Ryan Weathers versus Walker Buehler, and these are probably the pitching matchups. Nothing is set in stone, but I'm pretty sure the Dodgers set it up to where Buehler, Kershaw, and Bauer are going to be pitching against us. But we got Ryan Weathers against Buehler, Darvish against Kershaw, and I think obviously, like Matt said, the biggest one's going to be our newest acquisitions. Theirs is Bauer, ours is Snell. Bauer, the new $40 million man. And, we gave up a lot to get Blake Snell. So hopefully these guys, we get a good matchup on each of the days, but primarily Sunday, because I think we're all very happy. Like Chase said, Machado owns Trevor Bauer. Getting Tatis back, man, getting the heart and soul of your team back is the most important aspect, because we've seen that, especially those 2 games that we really struggled with runners in scoring position. It looked like the Padres were flat, like they just looked bored, I guess. I don't know, but Fernando coming back is absolutely the biggest aspect of this team. Hopefully we see the Fernando that we know, because we're going to need him against the Dodgers in this very big series.
I'd even like to say, I don't know if you guys realized it, but this is the first time we're going to see the Padres lineup fully healthy, as long as Myers is back, because it seems like Myers and Tatis will both be back. We're going to see them both in the lineup, and Grisham was out the whole time before Tatis was hurt. So there's always been someone missing in the lineup. They're finally going to be back at full strength. I think that means a huge difference for them. And what I really want to see is I want to see the first 2 games split, and I want that Sunday game to be that, all right, who's going to win this opening series? And it's the marquee matchup. It's the Sunday San Diego game. I think that's what everyone wants. That's what I'm really hoping for. And I hope we get to see some competitive baseball. I don't want to see a blowout either way. I want to see a tight game. I want it to feel like playoff baseball again, because that was something that was really special. I mean, I don't know about you. Like that was the first time I ever watched playoff baseball last year. And I think it's the same for you guys. It's special. It's super special. And hopefully, I mean, it's only April, so it's not definitely, we're far, far away from that moment, but it's exciting that it's almost like that atmosphere and everyone's going to be healthy, because that is just really, really big. And I'm really excited for Tatis to be back. I really hope he comes out and just balls out. Grisham's been, all the Padres bats have been swinging the bat really well, even though they haven't been scoring. So let's get it going. Let's get rolling. I think that would kind of add some momentum after this Pirates split series, because that if we beat the Dodgers in a 3-game series, that Pirates split series kind of gets forgotten a little bit. Like, hey, they were just looking ahead to the Dodgers. They're excited to play them. They took down 2 of their 3 best pitchers. Like, that's what we want to see. And so I think we'll wrap it up with that. But thanks everyone for listening, and let's go Padres. Let's beat the Dodgers this series. And I think we're all really excited for it. Coming off of not the best series against the Pirates. So I think this would be massive. We can take 2 out of 3. So thanks everyone for listening, and we'll talk to you guys soon.